Hello, you guys. Oh, little birds. The minute that I put record or pushed record, the little birds flew up onto my solar lights that I'm looking at right behind you guys. It's kind of cute. Also distracting because I have my window open. But it's a cloudy day. Today is Friday the 23rd. Tomorrow is my birthday and I'm super excited. I love getting older for some reason. So my dad is here. This is his room while he's here, so I kind of had to like Michelleify it a tiny bit for cohesion in the filming of things, because you guys have seen my room before and you kind of know what it looks like, but I'm not showing you where he has his stuff and everything. But anyways, so we are hanging out all week until Monday, so a couple days after my birthday. Then I'll bring him back to the train station and that will conclude our visit. But right now he's paint rolling my second bedroom, because that is where my reselling stuff is. And when I first moved in, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, probably, but when I first moved in, I thought that it was a great idea to take, I don't know if you can see, maybe not, but the wall color is like beige. It's like beigey kind of yellow, especially in like different sort of light. And so when I take my pictures of clothing, the background of the clothing, like next to the clothing, looks yellow. It looks not good. So I always had to take the time to edit the first picture of every listing, and that takes a lot of time. So I thought, well, I'll just save some time and I'll repaint this entire room perfectly white. Well, it didn't go quite as good as I thought, because number one, I suck at it, and number two, the way that the light hits the white paint looks fucking yellow anyway. So it was like a big waste of my time, and I would have had to put the room back to the way it was when I first moved in if I moved out here, with my lease ending in the end of July. So my dad came down, and that's kind of like what he does. He's a carpenter and he was a painter for a very long time, so this is kind of like easy for him. So he's painting my ceiling and he's rolling the color that came with my apartment. But anyways, that's what he's doing, so I have a little bit of time. Otherwise I wouldn't have been able to like hang out with you guys and talk with you, because I like to be in the moment when people are around me, and I like to be, that's why like I know some of you have been writing to me on Instagram and left comments on my last couple of videos or whatever, and even emailed me, and it's not like I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying to be in the moment when I have my dad here. So it's not personal. I will get back to you once everything kind of goes back to like Michelle land in my own apartment or whatever, or I'll try to get that done maybe today, because maybe I'll have more time because he won't be done. But you know what I mean? I didn't want to take away, not that you guys are like, ooh, where are you? Why can't you like get back to me? But I do feel guilty because I normally get back to people like right away if I'm not busy or if I'm not stressed or whatever. Usually there's some reason why I didn't get back to you. I'm just not ignoring you, just so you know that. So anyways, how's everything going for you guys? Hopefully good. I think it's a leap year this year, right? I think. It's always kind of fun. Leap year, February. Yep, leap year. So I wanted to kind of update you on what happened last week, I guess. I think a lot of things happened. So the person that ghosted me came back, and that was kind of like my big to-do as far as like developments or whatnot. Before we get into that, I wanted to kind of show you what is going on with week, I think 8 or 9, 8. Last week was 7. So the pimples get bigger. But as you see, all of this is clear and most of my forehead is clear. I have some really greasy moisturizer on right now to like help, but right now the thing that's clearing at this moment is right here, and right here used to be like here. Not that you care about this, but if you're at all interested in what different does this is what it's doing. So it's clearing out right here, and it's pretty painful. I did buy some benzoyl peroxide gel, just straight up benzoyl peroxide with no other things in it. I did have a wash, and I think that the wash was too intense. So I think 10% is way too much, and I'm going to try a gel and my different gel. So gel and a gel, so they seem kind of like harmonious and would live together well on my face, hopefully at nighttime, and hopefully that will kind of, the combination of the gels and the gels sandwiched together or whatever with some moisturizer at night will help clear this up. Because I read that usually different, at least in the beginning or whatever, is coupled with something to increase its effectiveness. And for a while I was just using it by itself. So that's my different gel update. I have bigger, more painful pimples, and that kind of blows. Especially since tomorrow I want to look nice. We're gonna go out to eat. I made a reservation for a nice restaurant tomorrow in one of the bigger cities around us, and I'm gonna bring him to my dad. I'm gonna bring my dad to a museum, an art museum. So it's the one that I went to, but I didn't get to see everything because I paid for an exhibit and then I just kind of like got tired. I was tired that day, so I only stayed for that part, but the rest of the museum is free. That's the part that I didn't see, so I could always go another day. So I wanted to experience that with somebody, so I wanted to pick my dad. I would have done that with Renee, but for whatever reason it was closed when she was here. So this week, I don't think I told you that my person that ghosted me kind of like came back. I was at the gym one day and I saw his name pop up, and I thought for sure that he'd like blocked me, right? If you don't hear from someone after that, you know, much intensity, after a month of talking straight every day, if you don't hear from somebody after you like have texted them 3 or 4 times, then you just assume that they've blocked you and like deleted you, and then that's kind of like it. So I thought that that was it, and I was like so shocked when I saw his name pop up. And it was like a pretty big long text, and it wasn't really like, hey Michelle, let's, you know, work on things. It was just like a big apology and like an explanation of why. And it's not my place to like tell you what his problem was, because you know, everybody has their own thing. But he did explain himself, and it was one of the things that I thought it was. It was one of the 3 things that I thought it was. But I thought that his explanation and his apology was like good, but I also thought that it took a lot of courage to like come back and like kind of say that to somebody. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of courage to like ghost somebody, but to like pick up your balls after and kind of like say why you did it, and not just like a little explanation. Was like pretty explained. I thought that was like, I thought that was okay. Had it been somebody that I was not that attracted to or not that excited about, I would have just been like, okay, thanks, I appreciate it. Like, bye. Like, I appreciate that you took the time to do that, and maybe you don't feel bad anymore. Maybe that helps you too. And then, you know, whatever. But like for me, it was gonna take a long time to find somebody that I enjoyed in all the ways that I told you guys about him. And like, I just had like this like intuition that he wanted exactly what I wanted, but we weren't coming from the same place and the same experiences to like actually make it happen. And so like I got that. So it wasn't like in my mind he was totally eliminated just because that happened. Like, I feel like a lot of people would have just said, you know what, this is what happened, and like, you should have blocked him, you should have done this, you should have done that. I don't tend to like listen to what I should have done by other people. I go by what I feel like for myself. And the math equation for myself and my own thinking was that he was worth this, and his explanation was legitimate. I could see that, and I could, you know, it was relatable, it was honest, and it was real, and I think it was genuine. So like, what I'm trying to say is I didn't hold a grudge, and like, I like to sometimes hold grudges. So also what I'm trying to say is that even though society is very throwaway, especially once this sort of thing happens, like once somebody is scorned, it's usually pretty easy to justify to yourself to, like, you know, the hell with this person. But in my mind, in my math equation, for my own personal enjoyment of what I was trying to do, it made sense to just put that aside and just get, or try to get, after what I was trying to get after, right? Because I wasn't gonna find anybody that was as hot to me in all the ways that I found him so sexy. And he wanted what I wanted for like the longer term, so it wasn't just like a short-term thing. So anyways, I'd already had the evidence from that Ken person that doing it with somebody I felt visually attractive but had no connection with, or there was nothing there emotionally. There was no intimacy, there was no desire, there was just, you know, I found him physically attractive, and it produced really, really bad hookup. It was one of the lamest hookups I've had, and like, I don't want to do that. So I thought that I should trust my intuition. My intuition was good on it for the first time. And despite what happened, like, I really didn't care. I wanted what I wanted from him, because like, that didn't change. I was just like, you know, more skeptical. Had I been wanting to date this person, it would have been a huge red flag that like it was going to work out rather wishy-washy or slow, too slow for my liking, not get down to the intimacy or the commitment that I wanted. But I never wanted that from him at all. I only wanted to like play and have fun. And so like, that didn't matter to me, so it was fine. So because of what I wanted from him and what I found attractive from him, it didn't matter that most people would have been like, oh well, screw you. I listened to my own gut, and I was like, hey, the opportunity is back on, Michelle. You gotta, you know, jump on this chance here. So when he came back to like say sorry, I opened the door to like, hey, do you want to hang out again? Like, I don't really care what happened. I don't, you know, that's nice that you said sorry, but if you're just trying to like, you know, go back to ghosting, like, go ahead, like, it's fine. But if you want to hang out again and try it for, you know, for real, I'm totally down. And so we built our thing back up over the course of like a week or so, and then we finally hung out, and it was just as good as I thought it was going to be. And I was super excited that I didn't let myself miss out on that good opportunity just because most people would have taken everything and thrown it out the window, because he basically threw it out the window, right? So because it's ongoing, I don't really want to talk about it, but I wanted to tell you that that happened, that I was happy with how it happened as well. I was not happy with how things happened with the whole Ken thing. I had like no romantic feelings for him, and even though I don't want like a commitment or work towards a commitment with this new other one, not new, but you know what I mean, the one that came back, I have excitement for him, I have desire for him, and I have like all the things that you would want to create a good chemistry with somebody. So I think that's super important for what I want out of things right now. That might change, and I might not, you know, want to do this for a long time, but for right now, this kind of like works for me, makes me pretty happy. It's the kind of chemistry I have with the person that I told you guys about. If you guys have been around here for a while, with the person that I accidentally kind of hung out with for 3 months or whatever, in the desert. When I first moved there, I begrudgingly kind of hung out with somebody, and because we had like good talks on the phone, and like he wanted to meet me, but I didn't want to meet him. I just kind of like wanted to find somebody to entertain me at that point. And it was during COVID, and so it wasn't really like you go on dates. So he came over and would hang out at my house, and that person ended up being the best chemistry with me because we got to know each other, and we liked each other as individuals. And I feel like that's how it usually works if you're trying to date, but I think that's how it usually works when you're trying to build some sort of amazing intimacy just for the hookup purpose. So even if you wanted to keep it casual, you still kind of need that. And previously I just thought that you could just pick somebody hot, and you could be super attracted to them, and that would kind of like carry it. They can be really hot, I learned, and you can have really bad hookups. So what I'm trying to say is, this felt to me the most like repeating that thing that already worked. That thing that already worked in the desert that ended not well, but it was super hot, and I enjoyed it. And so if I'm trying to get better at that particular part of a relationship, gravitate towards how you feel. Not, I don't care if he's a stable human and like makes a ton of money. I think he does, and he does. But like that's not really what I'm trying to like go after here. I'm trying to like go after how this person makes me feel about the connection and about myself and about him. And I'm looking for the person who would make me feel the most comfortable and the most sexy and the most like desired. So to find that again would be difficult, because I have been looking, and it is difficult. So anyways, it's pretty abundant, like I told you guys, it's pretty abundant to find people who want to just casually date or just casually hook up and like have no commitments towards anything. So that's not the problem. The problem is like how good you guys are together. Well, when you're after what I'm after. So anyways, I think that I think it was interesting that it worked out like this. We've only hung out once, but I could tell from the hangout that it was going to be better than my previous one. Like I could tell, like during it, I could tell that he wanted to see me again. And as you guys know, that's kind of a hard thing for me, for me to want them, for me to get them to want to see me again. I do all the same things, really. It's not like I do anything super special for this one, but like I knew in my head that he felt kind of similar to how I felt about him, and it was mutual. So to get somebody to feel mutual about you, to like build that and to like want to do that again with you is like kind of a thing. So yeah, that's why I chose to kind of go with it and not really care that he ghosted me. He could ghost me again and I'd still be pretty happy with my decision to like, hang out with him, because the hangout was good. It was like way better than my previous one with the Ken person, the Ken doll, and it was even probably better than any of the others that I'd told you guys about. So even if he didn't really want to see me again, I still would have been happy, because I know what to look for. I know what to look for the feeling to repeat this eventually. Obviously, I'm telling you that it takes time and it's not so easy to replace, but I'm getting better at that. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm excited. We have more dates lined up, and I think this is going to be very exploratory and very like mutually hot, and I think it'll work out in my favor, hopefully. Well, in his favor too, but you know what I mean, like none of the other things worked out in my favor really. So I think that he's the type that will let me be me, and he like wants me to be me. Like some people want me to be like how they want, without being too TMI. When I hooked up with Ken, he would like not even let me like lay in my own bed the way that I liked. He would like not replace, but he would reposition my like arms and reposition my body, and it wasn't off-putting, and it wasn't weird. It was just like, I want to not have that type of intimacy. I want to be able to position my body how I want to and how it feels good to me, and to not placate to somebody's vision of how it should go. I want to collaborate, of course, and I want to please, of course, but I want to not be like totally submissive. I want to be like my own thing, and I want to like learn what I like, and I don't like to be just kind of like this little doll that they play with and you know, then that's it. I don't want to be I kind of want to be more unique. Like I want the experience to be, because I felt like Ken was doing it and like this is his like, not fetish, but this is like the way that he likes it, right? He has like a specific way that he liked it, and clearly like if he was comfortable enough to only like meet me for like 15 minutes and like reposition my body or whatever how he liked it, clearly he'd done that with other people, and this was just like he's recreating or he's doing something that was very similar to how it already helps him get there, right? But I want to not do that. I don't want to be somebody's thing that they just reposition. I want to break the mold, and I want to discover something that that person likes, that I like, and we come together and it's like this fresh thing. I don't want to take all my preconceived notions of what I think I like and just kind of be like, hey, can you do this, right? I want to learn and I want to grow, and especially in this area. So I think that this would be more compatible with what I'm trying to do, and I'm excited. So even if this doesn't work out, I think I am more aware, like I said, of the type that I enjoy, the type that would be receptive to the things that I might enjoy or to like get there, and I think I know what to look out for. So yeah, that's how it went. Was he as hot in person? Yes. I was super attracted to him in person. Don't want to give a lot away, but I'm just like telling you, hopefully, that it was good. Because it was. And yeah, we do have, we talked right after. I don't know if you guys do this, but I think it's super important. I did this with the person that I met in the desert, and I thought that that was really great, because I was sort of shocked at that point that he wanted to hang out again, because that hadn't really happened. I'd had like a lot of Tinder dates, but they just pretend that I don't exist like right after I hook up with them. So this was much different. This was like, not only do I want to hook up with you, but I want to do it better for you. So I kind of learned from that experience, from that guy that I kind of saw for like 3 months, that when they're into you, they'll ask you like, did you like it? And I'd never had that before. And they'll ask you like, you know, what would you like to do again? Like what, you know, what can I do for you? And I was like, wow. So right after this time, we kind of did that as well. And it was nice because I got to see what he liked that I did just kind of like on my own, but I also got to see what he would like more of. I'm not so dumb that I'm gonna ask him like to tear me apart, like what he didn't like we can get to that maybe later. But for like right now, when it's not that well established or whatever, it's like very fresh. So like the first, I think 3 or 4 times is like when you're just, you know, getting comfortable and you don't really know what you don't like because you're just really nervous. So, or at least for me, that's how I am. So we talked about what we both found was exciting about it, and it was very matchy because there was like some key crucial parts, and I thought that they were really hot, but I didn't know if he thought that they were hot, like in his own, like in the moment you kind of think everything's hot, but like looking back, like what do you think about when you think about it? And like those key moments he brought up as well. So I was like, this is going to be a good match. These are the things that I'm looking for. So I think my intuition was right. And so we talked about the things that we're looking forward to doing, and I think it's just exciting. I don't know whether or not to continue to like go on dates. I do have some people that want to go on dates with me. Some people that are completely not like him. And as I told you, I'm not really an overlappy kind of person. Like I like to give my attention to like one person, and I think I like to do it to like get the most experience from it, because I don't want a relationship and I want something else. I think that this just makes sense in my head. I can't really explain it. So it's like, try to give consistency a chance. So I don't want to have other people in my head when we're like hanging out and he's in front of me. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do now, because it's like this weird time where like I don't know if he really wants to hang out with me as much as I want to hang out with him for that reason. He says it, but I'll believe it when I see it. I'm kind of like that. Like, I believed your words before, and then, you know, the actions didn't match up, and so I don't know what to do with that. So I'm kind of just like waiting in the wings with these other people. There's one that I think would be good to like go on cute dates with. That's not that exciting, but it's more like a proper kind of thing where you get to know somebody and you kind of date. It's more like that. Or there's one that is very much so like if you just wanted to meet on a lunch break and, you know, hang out, we could do that. And so there's a big variety of the different types of people that want to hang out. So I don't know whether or not I'm going to do that. I don't want to. I want to give this a chance, but also I don't want to be stupid and kind of have 2 or 3 weeks behind. I don't know. This is a weird thing. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But for right now, that's how that's going. So I took my dad to all of the places that I'd kind of like discovered by myself, and it was kind of fun to see what he thought of them. I took him to the woods, like you guys. I took you guys to the woods, so we went to the woods and we saw the dam, and it was like pretty much running full because it rained recently. So it was very waterfally and it was very nice. And my dad saw all the twisty trees and the vines and everything. He liked that, so that was good. That was fun. And what else did we do? We had like long talks. Him and I played some tarot, and that was kind of fun. He'd never done tarot, so he had like a question, and we did like this whole like Celtic cross thing, and I like read it for him. That was fun. What else did we do? He's gonna be here until, let's see, gonna be here until Monday. So a couple more days, but it's been nice. It's been nice to have somebody to hang out with and talk with, and, you know, kind of invite into my life. it was like that for me and Renee, but it's like nice that it's like that again. And I think maybe that's what I'm missing. So today I asked my person, I was like, do you want to have like a sleepover? Because I don't want, like our hangout was rather like quick. It was like an hour or so, and I could have done like a long time more, but it was kind of spur of the moment, and I could, you know, I just wanted to get it going and just say yes to whatever he would say yes to, just to like get the first time going, because I feel like the first time is always the most difficult when you don't know each other in person like this, and you'd had like, you know, everything that happened before. So I think like that, I would like that with this person. I would like to like make him breakfast and then say bye. Like, I think I would like that. I like to like take care of somebody and like show people a good time, and I don't know, enjoy that part. And then, you know, kind of like go back to my life and my own things, and just know that it's gonna happen again because we both want each other like that. So I need a little bit of both. I don't want it to be like, oh, I don't want it to be like that person that, you know, messaged me the other day. It's like, are you busy right now? Like, I don't have any desire to see that person really. I'm just keeping it as an option just in case I get kind of desperate. But because he is rather good looking, but like I feel like that person would definitely hit it quit, and I'm not really looking for that. I'm kind of like looking to build like this sort of intimacy and like this trust and this thing. I don't know why, I think, but it just like literally makes sense to me in my brain that this is what I do to like get the most comfortable so I can do the most with this person. So anyways, I enjoy taking care of somebody. I've seen that both times now that people have visited me, and it was really different when he was here. I remember I told you guys that that Ken guy judged all of my house. He like went everywhere and like just judged everything. This guy, he just came in and like he didn't look at my house at all. He didn't say one word about it. He didn't like ask me about anything. He was just kind of like there for a purpose, and that was fine. That was great. And yeah, so I don't know if you can hear my dad's music. He's like playing like YouTube or something, like in the reselling room, painting the walls. So hopefully that wasn't distracting throughout the video, but I just wanted to catch up with you guys and say hey, and I will get back to you. If you have written to me, I will get back to you momentarily within the next couple of days, probably more so after I take my dad back to the train station on Monday. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Take care.